What's up YouTube, Cap over here, and welcome to week 13 of the RBL. As this week we are taking on the Jewish Giraffe. If you haven't checked out the team building video, I recommend that you check it out if you want to see what sort of sets we're running. I'll be in the link in the description down below. But we're just going to jump right into this. Before we do, be sure to smash the like button and show your support by subscribing. That'd be pretty awesome. So let's go into this. We got the RBL versus the Jewish Giraffe about to get burped. All right, let's see what he's gonna bring in today. I'm pretty sure I put everyone to level 50. Yeah, so let's try to have some fun. So we do get his team pretty much on the dot. There is no Zoomerl, which is really awesome. That is so great to see. We see the Gothitail, which is also a pretty good thing because we do have the Shed Bell on the Quagsire, so that's always something really great to see. No Sceptile, so my my Quagsire can do a lot of work. And let's see, what else? What else do we have in front of us? Seismitoad, which is great to see for Hia. Fortress is going to be a problem. Guessing what he wants to lead off with is the... I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm feeling the Miss Magius lead would be awesome. If Seismitoad comes in, that's cool. I can taunt it. Drapion, Gothitail, or any of those things come in. Totally fine. Totally fine. So, and there is no Milk Tank. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. I'm so happy about that actually, just because. Yeah, just because. So good luck to you, the Jewish Giraffe. I'm gonna write some notes. Fort, Drap, Goth, Size, Zap, and Vic. I just like to keep track of the notes and whatnot. I'm gonna lead off with Fab Hat. That was my dedicated lead, just because I can taunt something, get those rocks away from me. I don't want those rocks happening. So we see that we've got the fortress over here, which is perfectly fine by me. I'm going to go for a taunt. If he wants to set up rocks, that's cool. That's totally cool. We also can scout out what sort of fortress this is or what it potentially could have. Taunt is the best move to go for as of now. I'm pretty sure Shadow Tag doesn't work for this. And if we can get the Quagsire in and try to get the Gothitail in, that'd be pretty awesome. But I'm worried about the Jewish Giraffe carrying a Colbert Berry on something. I know this guy, this man always carries a Colbert Berry on something. That's a playbook on him. He's gonna carry the Colbert Berry. Everything looks like it's cool. He's taking some time. He's taking some time. Man, this is always the moment I'm a bit nervous about, just because it takes time to see if your preparation is on point. I guess I could run some calculations right now just to indicate where it is. If you see the screen, I apologize. Just because I feel like that's a bit unprofessional. So we got Miss Magius over here, Fab Hat. So he's got the light screens and everything up. So that's pretty interesting to note. Light screens. He didn't want to set that up right away. I feel like I can get a burn on something here. I'm gonna burn something. He has no heal beller, so getting a burn on something would be pretty big at this point. If he goes for the Gyro Ball, that's cool. Seismitoad is in. Totally fine by me. This thing probably has knockoff. I'm willing to bet this thing has knockoff. Just because I could see it. I could really see it. Now the question is, do I want rocks on my side? Just go for the safe taunt. I've got the Colbert Berry, which is, and he could set up potentially toxic spikes. So getting that off was pretty big, just because we see no Lum. Earth Scald, it doesn't do a lot on me, but I think I'm fearing the knockoff. I don't know if I want to waste it out right now, just because that would be bad. That would be really bad. And just guessing from his team, this thing could have knockoff. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I'm 100% sure this Seismitoad has knockoff. Let's see. Where would knock off? There we go. So we got an OU defensive mon. This thing is burnt. We do a decent amount. The knockoff only does that much damage. It's nothing to be really that scared of, and I could just keep on going for taunts and a bunch of shenanigans. The Drapion sort of scares me, but this thing being burnt is really, really nice. So I'm going to go for the taunt. I know the knockoff is coming, yeah, I can see that. But I'm just going to eat my berry, and that does absolutely garbage damage. I'm okay with this just because he won't get any, what would you call it? Any shenanigans going on. I don't know what he could do at this point. I could go for the Hex and try to get rid of this thing. Or I could go for... because we see the knockoff. And he can't really do that much to me. I could go for the Hex, get some decent damage off of something, or I could go for another burn. Just because I make the prediction that he might go into Drapion. If that's the case, because this thing's not going to be doing a lot of damage. I'm going to go for the Hex though. I feel like the Hex is a good play on my part. Or I could make a... yeah, I feel like the Hex is a good play on my part. We're going to get a decent amount of damage off. And he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb. So that turn really worked out for me. Miss Magius is putting in some fine work right here. At this point, I feel pretty confident going for another Hex. Yeah, I'm going to go... oh, well, he has nothing that really... yeah, I'm going to go for another Hex. Just because I can get some damage on everything. And depending on what comes in, I don't think he has the Jewish Giraffe. So the question now is, do I predict the light screen and go with my inner instincts, or does he go for Gyro Ball? If he goes for Gyro Ball, how much damage does it do to me? Fortress, offensive. We're gonna see. Gyro Ball does about 32 to a decent amount. Getting this thing burnt would be nice. Light screen, or what? What would be a pain? I could make the hard read that he goes for Gyro Ball and go with that, or make the hard read and not let him set up anything and get more information. I'm going to go for Taunt. I think Taunt's the best play. The Gyro Ball might come my way. Yeah, we see that. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Just because Calf. Alright. This is where we can become a man. I knew the Gyro Ball was coming, and that really bit me in the butt. So I don't want my Victini to go down. It walls Size and Toad to the point. What would this thing do? What could it possibly do? Victini. Judging from his team, it could be his physical Victini. That's a bit scary. So I'm going to switch into Arcanine. Arcanine was made to handle this. Let's see if we... so we're going to see the sub. That's really great for us just because it's not scarfed in any way. Thundurus can actually do a lot of work on that. So we're going to go for the Crunch. The Psychic is going to do 60%. Totally fine by me. I will take that. I will totally take that. In terms of Arcanine, it doesn't really do much more. So I'm going to go for another Crunch. The Burp. That's fine by me. Rocky Helmet. Victini is actually at range where we can go for the Dark Pulse and do a lot of damage. No more play over here. He can't go for the Volt Switch. What could Zapdos carry that could potentially hurt me? I feel like the rocks are coming in. I'm totally feeling the rocks. Does Zapdos naturally? Yeah, Zapdos does naturally outspeed. Hidden Power rocks. Or I could just go into Ichia and hope for the best. But I'm feeling like Hidden Power rocks is a thing on this guy. Just because, let's see, does Zapdos carry anything? Not Smogon. I'm gonna type in Zapdos. Let's see, Zapdos, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Zapdos, I feel like it's just gonna go for a Volt Switch. I really do. I don't want to lose my win condition here though. Like Victini being a special attacking mon is really nice to see, plus it not having that investment in the speed. Even better, even so much more better. I don't know why he is carrying the Psychic. That's interesting though. It's really interesting. I want to keep this thing around. He's not going to go for a fire attack, for sure, For sure. It has Rocky Helmet too. I think my play here is just to go for a Wild Charge. Or I go into Zapdos. Or not Zapdos, Mismagius. Could Mismagius take one? Let's see. Zapdos, what do you want? What do you want to do, Zapdos? So seeing, yeah, plus we know it's not an offensive Zapdos. What am I at for Mismagius? I feel confident going into the Fab Hatch and just seeing what happens. Agility. Oh, I know what he's trying to do. I know what this man is trying to do. This man, I see it. I see what you want to do. That's scary. I'm scared, actually. I'm pretty scared. I'm going for the pain split. Yeah, alright. That's fine by me. That's totally fine. I'm going for the Hex. I'm committed into this. Searing Shot. Alright, that's good. That's really good. This Victini might just go down here. We see Searing Shot. That was ballsy. I'm gonna go into Y. Maybe I can save something here. No, he's just gonna go for a Psychic. Good play on him. Good play. Let's see. La Capitan might be my play to make here. Just because, well, we've seen Psychic. Let's see. How much damage do we want this thing to do on us? Answer. This thing can't substitute, so I'm going to Pursuit Trap this. Well, I'm not going to Pursuit Trap it. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. I don't want to reveal any Pursuit action. Just because, yeah, I feel like that would be bad. That would be pretty bad. Or I could get my Mega off and we could just go off of that. Let's see. Could we just go off of that? Victini. I'm pretty sure it has some sort of... It's got Psychic. And it's got Searing Shot. So most likely it has Dazzling Gleam or something like that. So I think I'm going to go into Captain Not Deadpool. Worst thing is he goes into Zapdos and, you know, that's all he does. So I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. We see the Cobalt Berry, we take it down. That's perfect. We got rid of the Victini. Victini was a big threat. Thankfully I didn't just go for the Pursuit. So Gothitail is still around. And I don't know what else he can and can't do at this point. I feel like we've got a decent amount of momentum. Burp is going to come through. I'm really wishing I had something to handle this. Really wishing. He could just pass on a Baton Pass again. So I'm just going to go for Thunderous. We're going to see that happen, which is totally fine by me. I think I have the clear go to go for a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. If he wants to go into Seismic Toad, kudos to him for doing that. If he doesn't, that's fine. That's totally fine. So we get the crit on the Volt Switch. Oh man, oh man. And I might just go into Fab Hat is my... Fab Hat can do a decent amount here. I'm going to go into La Capitina. La Capitina can do a decent amount. And he's just going to go into this thing. So I want to get some damage off of something. Depending on what, though, he's really just going at it with that. Mega Altaria. Let's see, custom set. Oh yeah, I gotta see what sort of Mega Altaria I'm carrying this time. Let's see. 106 defense. 145. Let's see. I'm just gonna check my team building just to see what sort of La Capitina I'm running. I know I should have done that a long time ago. Throw me a bone, will ya? Throw me a bone. Let's see, what else can we get? So we're 252 defense. We know that thing is gonna be coming in, the Drapion, which I'm totally fine with. I'm totally fine with that. Let's see, what can we do? Drapion is his win condition right here at this point. He has to go into Drapion. So what I gotta do is I just gotta make sure that Drapion doesn't come to a point where it comes in and takes down Quagsire for free. And so my best play here is actually just to go for a return. I'm just gonna go for a return, get some decent damage off. He's gonna stay in. No, he's gonna pass it on. Drafion's probably gonna come in. Depending on what he goes into at this point. If I can get damage off of Drapion, that'll be awesome. Yeah, there we go. We see the Drapion. Get the return off. That's pretty big. I don't want this Drapion to do its shenanigans, so I'm gonna go into Swirly. 100% Swirly. He can go for a Sword Stance, that's fine by me. Poison Jab's gonna do absolutely nothing. We do get the poison. He does get the poison. That sucks. But I think I might just go for the Earthquake here. Yeah, I think I can just go for the Earthquake. La Capitina did enough damage to that beast. Yeah, I'm gonna go for an Earthquake. He has to switch out into Fortress. At this point, let's see, at this point I can go for the rest and he can start setting up his stuff. Thunders has done its job of playing a lot of shenanigans. None of his team wants to take a Thunderbolt. So I'm going to apply some more pressure. I could just do some damage on this thing though. I could. Let's see. Quagsire, what can you do here? I don't want to lose Quagsire. I really don't want to lose Quagsire. Quagsire is the only way I can stop Drapion. Seeing that Poison Jab. How much did that Poison Jab do? It did 10 to 40. We're really bouncing around these statuses. So let's see. So he got a high roll on that, and that tells me that it's fully invested in speed, fully attack, and jolly. So it could be adamant. I think it's adamant. Yeah, it's adamant. It makes sense. The play over here. Can I potentially get rid of this Fortress? It's so weird. We're going against two Slowpoke, one over here. No, I can't get any KOs over here. I know the light screen is coming up. The light screen is totally coming up. What do I do here? I think Scalding will be pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Scald. Maybe I can get a burn or something. So we see that the light screen doesn't come up. I can go for another Scald. Or I could maybe just go for a Rest. I'm gonna go for a Rest, predicting the Seismitoad to come in. There we go. We get the Rest going on. That's nice for me. Seismitoad at this point, it doesn't really do that much. I think I can sack off that hat just to get switch initiative. Grass Knot. Oh man, we're gonna make him reap that. We're gonna make him pay for that. So I'm just gonna go for a Hex over here. No point of going for anything else. We're going to get rid of that Seismic Toad. We're looking pretty good over here, but the battle is far from over. Too bad I didn't get to show off my Thunder Assist Grass Knot. Zapdos is going to come in, and I think I'm just going to... I'm going to Pain Split this thing. I feel like it's going to Roost. We do outspeed it too. Alright, so that's something to note. We outspeed this Mon. So I'm going to go for the Taunt. I do believe I can take one hit. There we go. We stop this thing on its tracks. And I think the play over here is just to... I want to say I want to Will-O-Wisp it. I really, really want to Will-O-Wisp it. Just predicting the Drapion to come on in. We welcome that. We absolutely welcome it. The Jewish Giraffe is really doing a good... So his last move must be Thunderbolt. So Swarly absolutely walls this thing. I'm pretty confident that I can just bring in Swarly for free. But I think I'm gonna go for the Willow. He actually stays in. That's pretty interesting. And it reveals his final move, which is the Thunderbolt. Totally fine by me. At this point, Thunderbolt does so much work. It does so much work. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt. He's got the Fortress is gonna go, so this is pretty big at this point. Gothitelle can come in totally for free. Totally for free. Now the question is, I think I'm just gonna Dark Pulse this thing. I think Dark Pulsing is it, because he's revealed all his move on his Zapdos. I can bring in Swarly for free on that thing all day. I think I'm just gonna go for a Dark Pulse. I can get rid of its Colbur Berry. We do so much damage. So much damage. Oh man. And I'm just gonna trap this sucker. I'm just gonna trap this sucker. 128. 134. I think I just want to go for a Sucker Punch. What can I do? Or I could just Pursuit Trap it. I'm gonna Pursuit Trap this. I'm gonna Pursuit Trap this thing. There we go. There we go. Get rid of it. That is nice. So nice. Oh, and now we got this badass over here. I'm predicting the Brick Break. I can bring in Swarly for free if I sack this thing off. Let's see. Body Sharp, miss. I don't know who knocked out Victini. I think it was Thundurus or something. It might have been Miss Magius. I know the Brick Break's coming. Can I take it down though? Let's see. He doesn't know what I am yet though. Let's see. Captain Not Deadpool, meet Drapion, who is offensive Sword Stance. He outspeeds me. Totally outspeeds me. 40. Knockoff barely does enough to take it out. I'm gonna go into Swarly. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. This thing can't touch me, and I'm free to just go for the Sleep Talks. He can roost all he wants. That's pretty much the only thing he can do at this point. We get a lucky prediction over there. What? Hello, Swarly, can you stop predicting? I'm gonna go for another Sleep Talk. He can go for another roost. And I do believe I wake up the next turn. So I'm gonna go for a Scald at this point. He can roost or do whatever he wants to do. Swarly pretty much falls this thing to the brick. And I'm just gonna lock myself into Scald. Scald pretty much wins at this point. Swarly, just Swarly. He's gonna keep on going for the roost. He can't really do much at this point. Swarly does ultimately just it does damage. It does so much damage. The Joe's Giraffe is pretty much pinned at a corner at this point. Just because if Swarly gets the burn on this, or knocks out... Oh, and we get the burn, Swarly. Coming through, Swarly. Yeah, and we gotta say GG too at this point. GG. Swarly just at this point finishes off the game, getting that damage off of the Mega with Mega Altaria was huge, and knocking out Victini and the rest with everything else was so big. So really good game, the Jewish Giraffe. We will move our record back to pretty much back at 50-50. Now pray for Switch. And Bisharp, our free agent, really came through. So if you guys enjoyed this battle, be sure to smash the like button and show your support to the Toronto Staraptors as we managed to win this against the creator of the league. So thanks for watching. This is Cap, signing off.